Graham Platner has suspended his race. He hasn't exactly dropped out because I'm not hearing news about them picking somebody else, but he suspended his race. But when this first came out, yesterday's posts, the arrogance, the arrogance of all these white lefties, especially the bigger channels, iHip, Humanist Report, Leftist Mafia. I'm recording this on Thursday, they come on tonight. But they're like 4 or 5 white guys with one Palestinian young lady. The Palestinian young lady's video to this came on my feed suddenly because it's weird. I don't usually see her. But she tried to play a video where on this show, which is a panel show of white lefties, they occasionally have a black person on the panel. They're what I call supposedly the good whites. And she played a video where she was talking about how she had reservations about Graham Platner. Now, I'm gonna give her some grace, a little bit of grace, because it's a little bit hard when these dudes are talking about their shitty takes, like their racism with Jasmine Crockett, their take on that idiotic chorus thing. The way she talks, I could tell she feels a little bullied, so she tries to be conciliatory. But young woman, that video was not the example, because all of y'all, the Vanguard, iHip, Humanist Report, Matt Bender, he's on the Leftist Mafia thing. Hassan Piker, who needs his own video because that bullshit he pulled, where he gave his little speech about the importance of black people in socialist movements. Oh yeah, that was a fucking trip. The point is this, you all dick rode for this guy in exactly the same way as you're doing for James Tallarico. Exactly, and you're still doing it for James Tallarico as if we don't notice. Emma Vigeland of the Majority Report with Sam Cedar did her fucking video and was sitting up there talking about we were fooled. Oh, that was one of the main things. We were fooled. No, you fucking wasn't. The Nazi tattoo. It wasn't just the Nazi tattoo. It was his response. I don't remember getting it and I don't know what it means, which was all bullshit. See, I have been the only black in the room, the fly in the bowl of milk. You know, just between when white people are the only white people, one white person in a room full of blacks, everything changes. Because of the nature of white supremacy, it could be your best friend from high school. But if he walks into a meeting with a bunch of black people, it all changes because that white presence is there. You know what doesn't change? When you're the only black amongst all whites. They don't fucking change. I remember these guys. I was in the Air Force. I know those gung-ho motherfuckers who read up so they hope they go to war. And they think it's cool to have the Nazi tattoo. And when you get one of those things, you know, especially if you're a white boy, you know exactly what it was. Now, if he had come out and said, look, I was trying to be edgy. I was stupid. There is a show that comes on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's a podcast too. Life Takes Two. And she does not shirk away from any of her bad ideas. She does not pretend like she wasn't racist. She was a homophobic. She does not do her show with, no, I don't remember doing that. I'm a dude. I've done the blackout drunk thing. There are instances in my life I can say to you, I don't ever have an intention of sexual assault. But I can't be sure if some of the times with some of the women I've been with, did they feel forced? Did they feel trapped? Did they think I would become dangerous? And no, I'm not insulted by that because that's a real thing. So if someone popped up and said, remember that time? I don't think I could argue with them because even watching Obsession, I could see where I went wrong. Graham Platner insists he didn't do anything. But he still has that demeanor that it's like half those right-wing dudes. Remember that dude with the fucking pronouns? Fucking pronouns. He looks like a rapist. He looks to me like a child molester. He looks to me that if you searched his past, there's some shit there. That in his circle, women are like, don't go near that guy. Don't be alone with that guy. Because when you are racist, being a rapist comes with it. Being a misogynist comes with it. And we told y'all. iHip, I did the whole tour. iHip was up in here. I am shocked. I'm like, both of y'all. Humanist Report was doing this dude. Oh, you should have seen this dude. Mike Figueroa, what the fuck his name is. He was appalled. I can't believe it. Oh, okay. So, the Nazi tattoo wasn't enough. His arrogance about the Nazi tattoo wasn't enough. His Reddit post wasn't enough. Y'all all call that purity politics. And the funny part about this one is, black people kept saying, nah, we can't stick with this guy. There are better candidates. There are other candidates. We don't need a candidate with a fucking Nazi tattoo. Emma Vigeland said this about the tattoo. No, I'm not clipping these assholes. She said, well, they're comparing him to Fetterman because they're two white guys with tattoos. Fetterman has a tattoo and Graham Platner has a tattoo. Yesterday, we're gonna do a show. We are shocked. We should have seen the signs. FD Signifier has said people who do videos like this are just gloating with the I told you so. And FD, this is one time we deserve the I told you so. Especially since they're doing the exact same thing right now with James Tallarico. That's funny. Graham Platner is Maine, James Tallarico is fucking Texas. Notice how it doesn't change. All of them should have led with an apology. I'm not saying they should apologize now because fuck them. When they got on their platforms, their first words out of their mouths should have been, I apologize. I should not have backed this guy. I should have listened to the 5,000 fucking red flags. He went to work for Halliburton. Wasn't Halliburton supposed to be the enemy? But all these white leftists, specifically the white leftists, and I'm talking about all of them. Let's go through them again. IHIP, Vanguard, Humanist Report, Sam Cedar, Emma Vigeland, Majority Report. Anna Kasparian has been trashed for years. She's another one that black people have warned y'all about. So her rape apology yesterday, that doesn't shock me. But you still count her among the left. That young woman, the Palestinian activist, at the same show, this leftist mafia were being racist as fuck towards Jasmine Crockett, lying about her being an Israel supporter. Vosh's name was mentioned. And she's like, well, Vosh is not a bad guy. Yes, he is. Vosh is a fucking racist. Vosh should not be counted among leftists. Yet, y'all quote him, y'all talk to him, y'all treat him like he is not the piece of shit that he actually is. Just like you did Graham Platner. So the discussion is not about how Platner's acting. Oh, the dude that likes to attack women is now trying to be a bitch about dropping out. What a shock. And I apologize to the victim of his crime. I'm sorry I had to use her as an example of how trashy all these white leftists are, on why black people should not trust these people, right or left. It's not about two wings of the same bird. I know the Democrats would not have done 1% of the shit that the Trump and the Heritage Foundation is doing. And I can almost give that article that came out, the one everyone called the hit piece, I keep thinking New York Times, but I think it was the Post. I'm not sure which one. I get a little confused. Because if I had found out that the woman was from the Heritage Foundation, I would have had my doubts. Except in my mind, I remember the Nazi tattoo. And he worked for Halliburton, who is not only mercenaries, rape was like their number one thing. Go look at the reports on these people. And you didn't listen. You gaslit us. You overrode black people. You used your fucking platforms to simp for that asshole. What the actual fuck? And you're still doing it for Tallarico. You still do it for these trashy ass fucking streamers who call themselves left. These people who think every MAGA is gonna have a Zuko redemption arc. You're still doing it now. You did it then. We should not trust you people at all. We told you so, and right now, my feeling is, fuck all of y'all.